Hi, I'm State Representative Roger Goodman from the 45th District, which includes the cities of Kirkland and Redmond, Woodinville, Duval, and Sammamish. I'm coming to you from my office here at the State Capitol Building in Olympia. We're in the middle of the 2016 legislative session right now. But I want to talk to you about something that's been really annoying a lot of us on the east side these days, and that's the new configuration of 405, which is supposed to be a road that helps us get from one place to another, but frankly, the traffic seems like it's getting worse. I know how you feel. I sit there in traffic, and I've sort of become my own amateur transportation engineer, knowing where we should change the access points and what the tolls should be, and whether it should be 2+ or 3+. But believe me, I'm just as angry as you are. Back in December, I demanded that DOT give me a briefing on this, and they showed me a bunch of charts and graphs and said, oh, everything's going great. Traffic's moving quicker, and there's more vehicles moving through, and I don't believe it, and probably you don't either. And so this has just continued to simmer, and we really need to do something about it. Now, to a certain extent, we're a victim of our own success. Our area is arguably the most booming economy in all of North America. And so we are going to have to take account of the increasing congestion, the increasing population moving to our area to get so many of our good jobs. So this is a problem we can't ignore, and yet we have to fix it. So recently, down here at the Capitol, I called the Department of Transportation in again to speak not just with me, but with many members of the legislature from our region to talk about what can be done now. Legislation has been introduced. It's quite prescriptive. I agree with some of it, and I disagree with others, but we don't need legislation. We can actually take action now. And so what we've done is ask the Department of Transportation right now to look at changing access, particularly between the major interchanges of 520, 405, 527, to take a look at the 2+, 3+. If you have 3+, it actually is a disincentive for carpooling. If you have two people in your car, you're going to give up if it's 3+. So we really want to look at that. I want to look at the toll amounts as well, and I'm also concerned that the amount being generated from the tolls is going somewhere else, to a firm in Texas that constructed the machinery, for instance. I want that money going back into 405 to address the choke points on the road. So we have a long way to go, but actually I think we've made progress because we've convinced DOT to take action starting now. We can't wait for legislation, and frankly, legislation really isn't necessary. And finally, one of the biggest things that I want is to make these lanes free in the evenings and on the weekends, which is the way they used to be. And in our discussions with the Department of Transportation, they're fine with that. And so I think that pretty soon we actually might be able to travel in those lanes in the evenings and the weekends like we used to. And so I hope that by the time this legislative session is over, I'll be back on 405 with you with a little bit more of a smile on my face, because maybe I'll be able to get into the access lane when I want to. Maybe I won't be paying so much for the toll, and traffic will be moving much more smoothly, I hope. Got a lot of work to do, but we're working on it. So I encourage you to continue to contact me on this, because this is a live issue, and we really want to be addressing it right now. So send me an email, give me a phone call. A personal visit, of course, is always useful. But we're going to continue to work on relieving the congestion on 405 the way we should. It didn't work out so well as we got started, but literally as we get rolling, we'll break the gridlock. Too many puns there, but anyway, thanks very much for the honor of serving you, and I will be back in touch with you with another update soon.